Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ella. I'm an 18-year-old crochet artist who's been crocheting for the past 5.5 years now. In 2026, guys, happy 2026. I know this is on like January 4th or 5th. I think it's the 4th. But still, happy New Year's, everyone. I had a good happy New Year. I hung out with family and everything. I hope y'all was good too. Since we're in 2026 and it's a new year, new chapter, new things to come, and for crocheters, new things to make. So, which I'm already making stuff. Like I already have a bunch of things planned, but I just want to kind of do it back into 2025 real quick. And this video is gonna be kind of different, which I think I might make this a tradition. And it's gonna be my 2025 crochet highlights. And basically how I'm going to do this is I'm going to pull 1 or 2 projects or even more for each month. So there'll be a project for January, a couple of projects for March or whatever, or February, all that. And we'll just go through them and we'll talk about them. But also I feel like since I'm already dabbling, dipping my toes in 2026, I'm already working on stuff, I will give y'all a sneak peek of what I have started in 2026, just so y'all know how the vibes are right now, how the vibes are feeling right now. So without a further ado, let's jump back to 2025 and see what I have made. So back in January of 2025, which was a long time ago, but the thing that I made in January was this scrap blanket that I made. And yes, I'll be putting pictures up just so y'all know what they look like, just so I'm not giving you full-on detail and you can just see it for yourself. I think it's more of a scrap slash stash buster because I did use a lot of stash buster yarns. Basically this blanket is when I also found out how to connect grain squares by joining them, like cluster wise, and I would be doing it this way till the day I die because it is so easy to do it. And it just saves me so much time. And like it makes the blanket like a smidge bigger. And then also, I was not fully completed with this one yet. So this is like not the full blanket. But for the border, I did, I think, 3 rounds of moss stitch. So I did a white, a scrap yarn of moss stitch, and then I did white on top just for a nice border. So in February, I made, this is kind of when I started dabbling into spring tops. You know, when I did my spring makeover, my spring wardrobe, and this was one of the tops. It's this white bralette that I made. I forget the pattern. Oh, I remember. It's the buttercup top by I think it's like Elise Lesney or something like that, but she's made multiple tops, everything. I am actually making another pattern of hers, which are shorts, which I will show you guys later. She has really good patterns and I love it very much. So if you like kind of summary stuff and all that and just fun videos, I would suggest her account because she has a lot of good tutorials. But I did make this is out of acrylic yarn, and yes, I do make my tops out of acrylic yarn. Do I care? No, because it's just what I have and I don't really sweat that much in the summertime. So unless it's like super hot, but like on a normal hot day I really don't sweat that much. So I'm just built different. I don't know what else to tell you. So in March, this is when I started dabbling into more spring wardrobe and everything like that, and I made this blue, this navy and blue bolero, like mesh bolero, and I don't remember the pattern. I think it was by Klesny. I don't remember her name, but her pattern was really good. I really like it a lot. And I do wear this sometimes here and there, not a lot though, but once it definitely gets into spring this year, I will be most definitely wearing it because it's super cute. Next, we're jumping into April, which I used to have this top, but I don't have it anymore. Plus, I wanted to give this top justice because it was super cute and I loved it a lot. And it's this granny square vest I made bows with to tie onto the vest to add more of a flare. I got the inspo from it because a girl that I saw on TikTok, she had like a zip up granny square pullover and she made bows out of scrap yarn and she would tie them to the sweater and everything. So, but basically I took on that idea and wanted to take it on this vest, which I did technically scrap it because it was I did not really like the pattern, or not that, I just really couldn't style it and it just wasn't my aesthetic. So now we're jumping into the summer months. So what we did before were winter, January, February, and then March through April-ish, kind of in May too, is spring going into summer. So we're starting to jump into summer now, which we're going to be having a lot of stuff in here. So for May, I made this shell vest which this was the yarn that I scratched from the vest from last month. So I just used it towards this, and I love it so much. This top was actually kind of difficult because of the straps, because they kept getting too long and I had to keep redoing them because the shells are part of the strap, and I had to keep adjusting it to make sure it fits. But I was able to get it, and it's super cute, and I love it. It's super cute, and I will be most definitely bringing this on a trip that I'm going on, which is actually in like, I think 2 days. I'm moving in like 2-3 days. I'm going to Florida, so I'll probably bring this top with me. So now we're jumping into June, which is my birthday month, but also this is the month when I first started my crochet business. So I've had my crochet business for about 6 months now, and this is when I officially started. So here's some of the products that I made in the beginning. Products I had were bucket hats, which were my color craze, and I had flower and star keychains, which I love a lot, and they're still up on my store, so if you want to go get them now, because I still have plenty of stock. But go get them while you can. My website will be in the description below, but also on screen right now, so go get them while you can. This is when I started my business, and I'm going to continue having my business, but I'm also going to branch off into different things because the website ain't doing so hot. So I might jump on Etsy, who knows, or do markets, I don't know. But we'll get to, once summer comes around again, we'll get to that point. So now we are finally in July. And July was probably one of my better months for crochet, especially for scrap projects, because I made this scrap vest, which was technically, this was all freehanded. It might not look like it, because like, oh, there's a pattern to that. At the time, there was not. There's probably a pattern now, but in this photo, this was all freehanded. I literally looked at, I think, 2 crochet TikToks from the creator of how like she kind of like step by step made it like a quick tutorial. It wasn't really a tutorial, it was just her making it. But I was able to somehow pretty much identically match the vest pattern, like make my own freehanded pattern from it, which obviously, you know, she probably has a pattern for it now, but I did not want to make it my pattern because it is technically her design. But I thought it was really cute, and it is cute, and I still wear it to this day, and I will still be wearing it this summer, which I don't know if she has a pattern yet. I will try to figure out if she does, but I would 100% advise make this. I'll say go to her account and try it, because if I was able to do it, y'all can do it. Because it's 2026 and we have new beginnings. July, I also made another thing. So July, I have 2 things for. There's also, I think, 1 or 2 more months I have a couple things from. The thing I made in July was my Stash Buster Boss Blanket, which I love this blanket. This blanket is so cute. I love it so much. I don't use it a lot, but I am going to start using it kind of before spring comes because it's still cold out. And it's just a pretty blanket. I love it so much. It's so pretty. And it's so pretty. I don't know what to tell you. Now we're jumping into August, which for us in Ohio, is not right. Because in other months, it started getting cooler, you know, a little cold, all that. For us, it was still hot. It was still warm as frick outside. So I made bucket hats. This is one of the bucket hats I made. It was part of a collection I had, but I don't have this collection anymore because it was not selling. So I was like, we're just not gonna have the collection anymore. But these are granny square bucket hats, which I might bring these back, you know, just like in a, you know, colorways and stuff, but not these ones. But I will take inspo from these green square bucket hats and put them into like, you know, different color combos, you know, color craze, like green square edition, you know, kind of making it like a new series. But I do like these bucket hats, and I had a lot of them made, but these are super cute, and they do work up a lot of yarn too. So if you need, you know, a good project, I'd suggest a green square bucket hat because it takes up a lot of yarn. So back in, this is now in September, and in September I made a bunch of beanies. I made my tapestry beanies that I made, and these are 2 of them, the loading one and then also the 8-ball one. I think also I have a star one as well. I made a lot of different types of tapestry beanies because I was just on a roll. I don't know what else to tell y'all, but I was on a whole roll. Like I was going through it. So, but yeah, these were really fun to do. These are all, and I think I made these in double crochet. So, but I do love them a lot. I love them so much, and I will be making more in like different colors and everything like that. But yeah, I will be definitely finding new tapestry patterns to make more of these because these are actually really fun to do. So now we're in October, and this is when I started kind of still dabbling with beanies because I was like, I want to make a chunky beanie. But the beanies I had were like the normal beanies you do, but I was like, I do like the ones I'm doing, like the fisherman kind of type. So I combined them, and I made this. I made a chunky beanie with it, and it turned out way better than I thought. and the colors just look really good, and it's actually really sturdy, one, and also really comfy too, because it is thick, and usually down here for us it gets kind of cold, especially because we've been having a lot of snow recently. For us, like, you know, back in like December and everything, we had a lot of snow, so definitely this beanie would be perfect for that. But I also really like it because it just lets me go ham. It just lets me put 2 scraps together and just crochet and just see what it comes out as. But I do love this beanie, and I will be making more once I have more scraps, which I do have a lot of scraps, but knowing the projects I'm doing, my scraps are gonna probably cut in half, if not be completely almost out. In November was this is like the last of the beanies I made for pretty much the whole year, and they are my Rockstar beanies. The color combinations for all these beanies are white and brown, cream and blue, and then I have 2 different types of green, sage and forest green. I do like these beanies because they're super cute and everything, and these are all I made in half doubles instead of the double crochet because I wanted to make like traditional striped ones, and I made these. So these are really cute. These are also on my storefront, so, and also the chunky beanie on my last one, and the tapestry beanies, those are all on my storefront. So if y'all want to go get them now before winter dies down, or if you're a person that likes to wear beanies in the summer, go nuts, go get a beanie, go get yourself a beanie, girl. So now we're on the last month before we do the little sneak peek into 2026 is December, which is December I actually did a lot. I did a lot in December, including making a top, my own top, I called it the Valerie top, and it's a spin-off of, or like a t-shirt form of a different pattern, like it's inspo by it. So it's pretty much that pattern, just sleeves, but I did rearrange the stitches differently, so it's not how she did it. I did rearrange the stitches pretty much differently, but I am going to give her credit, the original designer. So the pattern is inspo and by this creator. I do love this top, and if y'all want me to make like somewhat of a kind of pattern for it, I will, and I'll release it either on here on YouTube or on my website and sell it as a pattern. But knowing myself, I'll probably do all my patterns on YouTube because I do not like to gatekeep and get money out of patterns, like, you know. So, but if y'all want a pattern, let me know. Another thing I made in December was finally I wanted to make a jumper, and I never made one because all my sweaters are off the shoulder, and I was like, I want to have an on the shoulder sweater for once. I know, shocking. So I made this. It's like a kind of gray, white, nice jumper, classic jumper. The one thing, I had so much trouble with this sweater because the neckline when I first made it was off the shoulder. It was too big. So I had to redo the ribbing for the neckline, and then you can't really tell in the photo, but there are like kind of half doubles that I had to like add in and increase to make the neckline, and then I redid the ribbing again, and then now it fits perfectly. It even fits on a hanger, so that's how I know it fits really good. I do have to steam it a little bit more because it's still a little bit blocky on me, but just because it's so big, it will take a little bit longer for me to steam. But I do love this sweater a lot, and it's by the same person that I made from, like, took inspo from the last top, the Valerie one. It's the same person, and it was pretty straightforward. You know, it was top, bottom, you know, just 2 panels, and then, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. You know, it wasn't difficult, no nothing. But yeah, it was kind of like, you know, a way to kind of branch out a little bit and get back into sewing and ribbing and doing all that stuff, doing the classic crochet sweater stuff. Guys, all of my recap from 2025. Now we're gonna jump back into 2026 and take a little sneak peek of what I have been cooking up, because the things that I am cooking up are pretty good, I would say so myself. The first thing I made was kind of something I foreshadowed in, I think, my last video. When I had that big bowl of scraps, I told you that I was going to try to make something that was a summer item, which I also told you in this video, but still. I decided on making shorts, and these are the shorts so far. I am still working on my hip measurement, like getting down to my hip before splitting the pants and making the legs, but it's really pretty right now. This is kind of an old photo, so I did add more scraps to the shorts, so there is more progress on them, but this is just kind of like a little glimpse of what it kind of looks like to some degree without the updated version. You know, this was like, I think a good couple weeks ago, like a week or two ago. So, but this just kind of gives you a little sneak peek, like, okay, this is the vision we're looking for. Second thing I'm working on in 2026, which this is technically kind of, I carried it into 2026. So I did start it in 2025, but I carried it into 2026, and I'm still working on it, which I'm probably gonna finish it soon. I'm not 100% sure. But it is none other than my scrap star blanket. I love this, but listen, I have a history with this blanket pattern, let me tell you, because I have made not one, not two, not three, but I have made, or I'm going on four star blankets within the past, I think, good 2 years. I think 2 years. But that's besides the point, because the first one I made was my infamous brown and white and cream one that I have on TikTok that has about 250,000 views. Thank y'all so much for that video, by the way. The second one I made was a star scrap blanket, but it was just all discombobulated, like the scraps, the colors, it was all neutral colors, you know, it was all naturals and earthy tones and everything besides blue. And then like it was just like it was just a mess. But that one's all the way out in Tampa because I gave it to my grandmother. Plus, I think another I gave her another blanket as well. What I made was, I had this like ombre yarn, and I made it into a star blanket, and which I need to give it to my grandmother because she has like, she's a home take care. She has different patients, and I know one of them wanted that blanket, so I have to give it to her and make sure she uses them because it's been sitting there for a good couple of months. So I would like to give it to them. I love this blanket so much. But one thing is, this is what it was before. I have updated it a good bit. I think I've added a good, 5-ish rows to it. I think something like that. A good 5, maybe more. I think probably more than that. I think like 6. And so, but it's way bigger now, and it actually looks really good. But I really like the blanket, and I am hoping to get more scraps, like new yarn, so that I'm able to add it to the blanket and get it is pretty big, which I might try to do like a little bit bigger than all my usual ones because it's a scrap, and I'm like, I want it to be like a nice big blanket for my room to add more color and everything like that. And then the last thing that I have been making for 2026, which this one is also one I carried from 2025, carried it over to 2026, is this bag, which it does not look like a bag yet. I'm about halfway with it. It's called a dumpling bag by Bulgog. I think something like that, like Bulgog. And I did pay for this pattern. $14 down the drain. I know. It's really pretty. So far, it's all scrap yarn. And this bag I also had trouble with because I think the 4th or 3rd time I've made this bag, because the first time I made it with scrap, it's all scrap yarn, but the first time was all like mismatched, you're just kind of crocheting until the yarn's done. And then the second time was making a little stripe, but the colors were more earthy tone, and I was like, no, I want more color. And so I undid it again, and I did it this time, and it actually looks really good because I included more colors that I usually don't work with, but I was like, you know what, screw it, let me just toss them in here. I'm gonna make more rows to the bag to make sure it's tall enough before I do the fold and then handles. And this is like a project bag for me, so it'll be like where I hold my projects and everything, like if I'm going to the beach, going somewhere out downtown, or just going anywhere in general, just have this bag with me and just crochet something, you know, just a project to bring with me. But this bag will probably be one of my favorite bags that I've ever made. But that is pretty much everything from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little New Year's kind of 2025, 2026 sneak peek recap video. I wanted to try something different because I was just like, I'm tired of doing the same stuff over and over. So this year I'll be trying to do more things and everything. If you guys are new here, or you just need a little refresher since it is a new year, or we're just kind of getting ourselves back together after the winter break, especially me because I have school tomorrow. All my socials will be down in the description down below. I have an Instagram, TikTok, and a Lemon8. So like I mentioned before the video, I do have a website which is on screen right now at www.spikestitch.com. You can put it into your URL bar and it'll be one of the first things to pop up, plus my TikTok page, which you can go follow that as well. A lot of products. It has beanies, bucket hats, keychains, even coasters. Like there's a lot of things on there for you to get, and I let y'all know if I do any markets too or anything like that, or if I go on Etsy or anything, just so y'all know what else I'm selling on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time for another crochet vlog in the new year of 2026. Bye!